Long time, huh? Longer hair, longer beard. Been a lot of rumours flying around about where I've been. Let's address them. I'm back, baby! Right guys, MG Retro here yet again. I am back. Who knows how long for, but I've been away for absolutely ages. First and foremost, where I've been over the last few months. People have been saying I've been in prison, I'm on the run. I mean, understandable, that's just the kind of guy I am. I am an absolute hard nut, as you know. The Pokey Sheriff! I just wanted to be really honest as well, and it might be disturbing for some people, so I do warn you in advance. This is why I've not been on YouTube. The real reason is I've been busy and I just couldn't be bothered. Now, that might seem like a silly reason, but that's the truth. I've been working away, been working in Oxford for a month, then I was over in Belfast for a month. I've come back and I just wanted to spend some time chilling. Been going to charity shops and stuff along the way, so there'll be some footage and some cool stuff we found along the way. We've got loads of story time today though. We've got some good stories. So let's just get right into the video. We've got some cool stuff to talk about, some cool stuff to show. So let's get right into it. Also, you might have noticed I've started rejigging the Pokey Cave at last. Absolutely mental. It's taken ages to do that. It'll probably change at some point. Need to get all this sorted as well, but I'm glad I've actually made a start to it. Love it. Right, first bit of story time here. Been well getting into Disney's new trading card game, Lorcana. Been playing it at the gaming cafe and collecting it. Opened too many booster packs, an ungodly amount of packs. Spent silly money on it. Mrs. MG Retro opened 2 packs. First pack, she got a Stitch, about 20 something quid. Next pack, she pulls an enchanted bell in there, 200 something quid. So in those 2 packs, 5 each, 250 quid, something stupid like that. I've opened loads of packs. Best I've got's a flipping £35 card. Same with MG Retro Jr. as well. He was away with Mrs. MG Retro, visiting family. Get a message saying, are these good cards? He's pulled out a booster pack. Bloody gold Charizard! I don't get nothing. Next up, we're going to enter the world of magic. That's right, I've started playing Magic the Gathering. So my neck, beard and BO ratio has gone through the roof right now. The stench is unbearable. So I found this listing on Facebook Marketplace down in Birmingham for a Commander deck. Now this one's from a few years ago, and I knew that inside this Commander deck, there was one card that's worth about 35 quid on its own. And this was new and sealed. And then you wanted 30 quid for the whole deck. That's bonkers. But the box was all battered. A bit ripped, didn't know what was going on there, whether it had been opened, he'd taken the expensive card out, he was selling the rest. I didn't think so though, he said it was all sealed inside. Went there, got straight in the car after I had a look, sealed deck, absolutely love it. So now, I've got a Commander deck for 30 quid, I don't know what these go for now, about 70, 80 quid or something like that. New and sealed, had one card in there worth 35 quid on its own. I'm not going to, but I could have sold that card straight away, made the money back, had a free deck. Love it. So when I was working in Belfast as well, in my break, I went down to a few charity shops. In one of them, the shelf was full of vintage Polly Pockets, and they were 3 quid each. I couldn't believe it. Message of Mrs. MG Retro said, should I get these £3 each? And she just put, get them. So I just bought them straight away, said to the woman there, how long have these been out? And she was like, oh, 10 minutes. Right time. In my lunch break. Absolutely incredible. Inside as well. All the little figures. They weren't all in the right ones, and there's probably ones missing. But I've looked up some of these little minifigures. Some of them go for about 8, 10, 12 pound alone. There's probably about 50 figures in there. Loads of Polly Pockets. Cost me about 30 quid all in for all this lot. And there's probably, I don't know, we've not calculated it, in the hundreds worth, maybe 100, who knows, but 30 quid, incredible. Mrs. MG Retro is probably going to keep them though. So, the other day we went to our local sort of community charity shop. The lady in there is really nice as well. And I remember her telling me one time, once she knew I was into Pokemon, she brought in all her son's massive collection from when he was a kid. She took it in there and sold a whole plastic tub of it for £2 to someone. And I was like, oh my God. She said her son absolutely was devoed. And the guy that bought it, he came back later that day and he was like, you got any more? Absolutely. He couldn't believe his luck. So we found recently, in general, the charity shops near us, even the ones that used to be amazing, they've like redone the shops, they've changed everything, the prices are really high, nothing good in there at all. The lady in this charity shop said as well, they're struggling to get in good toys in there because people put them on Facebook Marketplace, Vinted. They can so easily get rid of stuff now and make a bit of money selling their decent toys instead of giving to charity shops now. So they're struggling for stuff like that. So I took it upon myself to scour Facebook Marketplace and try and find a big box of toys I could go give them to try and make some profit-a-rooney for their charity. So that's exactly what I did. 25 quid got me all these wrestlers, a ring, a belt, and loads of superhero figures. I reckon 2-3 quid a piece, whatever these go for, they can make about 50-60 quid back on all this. Double the money. I've paid the £25. They make the 60. I absolutely love it. We're also having a massive clear out here, so we're going to send a load more down there as well, some good ones, because those are the ones that fly out and they can do £2, £3, £4 a time, just get money coming in rather than just ones just whacking a bucket for 50p that just stick in there. They want actual good stuff that will fly out. The kids around here can actually get them and use them. And remember guys, a good deed only really counts if you brag about it on YouTube. So I've also been back at the car boots the last couple of weeks. Since I've been back, it's been raining every weekend, so I haven't been able to do them. But the last 2 weekends, I've been down there. Made 180 quid last Sunday at Tansley, mainly because I was selling some good Pokemon stuff. So sold loads of vintage cards to one guy, bought bloody 65 quid's worth off me. Absolutely love it. So I've been doing the car boots. A few idiots there, as per usual. This old bag comes up. She's just like, how much is Pete Rabbit? I was like, £1. She's like, I just got 2 for 30p over there. I was like, I'm taking no bull these days. I was just like, well, go back to buy some more then. She didn't hear me because I waited to say it until she couldn't hear me. Had a few fans of the channel come up to me while I was selling there as well. They were like, where you been? We want you back, MG Retro. Also want to give a big shout out to Armin, who came up as well. She was really nice. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for sticking with it. That goes for everyone else as well. I don't know, to be honest, same time next time, of course. I don't know when the next video will be. There's loads of stuff going on with me right now. Working away. My wife's going to be working away. I'll be working away again in a couple of weeks for a while. I don't know when the next video will be. Who knows? I might want to do one in the week. I might do one 5-10 years from now. That's bonkers. Also, before I forget, this was incredible. Before I set up at the car boot the other day at Tansley, walking round, and MG Retro Junior's after a new bike helmet because the clip on his broke. So I was going around, have I got any boys' bike helmets? These people had a massive car packed to the rafters. So I was like, you got any boys' bike helmet? And they were like, oh, actually, we do. They went in, and I was like, oh, yeah, you know, they just cost loads at Halfords. So I like just trying to get him another one because it broke. Oh, yeah, this one's from Halfords. So I was like, yes. Bring it out, and it's like a little policeman's one. One he liked in the shop when we looked at the other ones anyway. So I was like, nice. They're like, £3. I was like, yeah, why not? It's like 15, 20 quid new. So I was like, yeah, I'll have that. And then, as they were bringing that out, brought out a massive Rosie from Rosie and Jim at the same time. And I was like, give me that right now. I would have paid any price for that. Obviously not silly money, but I was like, if they'd have said 20 quid for it, I would have paid 20 quid for it. They were like, you can have the helmet and this for a £5. And I was like, okay. And I gave them a £5. And I went away and screamed and whooped and cheered and loved life. And it's right up there in the Pokey Cave. I need to find a gym somewhere. Costs a lot of money, but make it my mission to find another one. Absolutely love it. So it was just a quick one to check in, basically, tell you how I've been, what's been going on. Nothing too interesting, but I really appreciate everyone watching, everyone who's subscribed. Absolutely love it. And from me, it's gonna be one big whopping. Same time next time.